Hey guys, welcome back. Drip and Farm for Pop. I'm your host, Drip Coach, dropping knowledge bombs on all Forex Shark related projects. And today's video, we got an update on the Piggy Plinko. As promised, Forex said he would be doing weekly updates, and he has indeed held true to that. And again, I'm going to give you my honest feedback on what we're seeing so far. And TLDR, even though I want to be, a little upset, so to speak, due to the lack of drip, drop, draw development and announcements, I can't help but be objective and say that what he's doing with Piggy Plinko and how he's going about it and the improvements we're seeing in it regarding the art and all that stuff is definitely a step in the right direction. It's yet to play out in the pig's price, and we're going to talk about this in the video and also about the pig dividends. But let's get into the AMA and just hit the highlights. So first and foremost, what's cool, he actually did this live on the Animal Farm stream, and he had about 1.2 people tuned in, and then he re-uploaded it. He said something was wrong with the audio or something like that. So that is a step in the right direction to get people to be able to see what's going on, and using the social media channels as requested and as designed, so that we can actually get this stuff straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak. So first and foremost, I got to admit, again, the UI does look clean, and if we look up here, it's hard for you to see. Let me see if I can zoom in here. If you look at the top, we no longer have the drip garden up here. I don't believe it's even underneath the swap anymore. So that has been updated, and now there's this games tab. So he's already mentioned about the pig poker, and I'm guessing there will be other things underneath there for this. So right now, maybe underneath games by itself, it just has this. And then again, this kind of comic book game-like feel to kind of give you how to watch someone play it and how it works. A real simple, clean video that's going to be there. Also videos on switching between the two modes, and then a link to the documentation as well, and even the verifiably randomness function that's linked to Chainlink. So this does add some credibility into the space. Again, I can't deny what he's doing, and this is a step above most of the crypto games. Now, there's still going to be some learning curve for people playing with crypto and onboarding into crypto, but those that are already here, this can indeed be a lucrative play. And that's one of the big things I want to highlight, but I want to first go over the AMA notes before I want to get to that, because who they're targeting is really, really important. So first, shouts out to Wonder Woman again for putting these notes together. They are in the Telegram chat. If you want to read them, you can also go watch that video and you'll get everything from there. So he, as mentioned, he's going to be doing major updates on this leading up to it. So there's no launch date as of yet, but today he showed what the referral and stuff will look like. And this ad was basically a referral page, the launch page he was calling it. And then next week, I think they're going to have like a test net, probably for the DAO, and maybe some other people being able to test it as well. And he showed some different strategies, how you will be able to play. And one major change or development or update, I guess, is in the strategies in here. Basically, the incentive in dog mode was that you get 10% more higher payout. But he also wanted to incentivize people that didn't want to go through learning the ecosystem of having dogs. He wanted to incentivize them to just dump fresh capital and play the game regularly without the additional educational barrier. So on the actual bottom peg, the outside pegs, I don't have it up here. Let me see if there's a video here real quick. So we'll show it here. On these outside pegs on regular mode, they're going to increase the angle so that there's a little bit higher probability of you getting these getting into these buckets, basically. So that was something that they're adding in, I guess, if they can change or whatever. So there'll be a little bit greater chance for you to actually get the higher payouts, so that you're still incentivized to play this version and not just this one due to the 10%. So that's something that they tweaked, I guess you could say. Downline referral. So he mentioned that the referral model they're utilizing is pretty much what we've seen in the traditional space, but more provable and non-exploitable, and also no Ponzi-nomics. So it's based off of the revenue generated. So exact same model I'm using on my Change 360 platform. It's going to be a portion of the revenue generated. So therefore, if the revenue, the platform is generating extra or a lot, then it works. They generate a little, you can still get that portion of it. There's no like guaranteed payout or anything like that, which causes it to be people trying to game the system essentially. Rakebacks, he mentioned you earn a percentage of anything you lose from the slots that are not profitable on Plinko. So this is for people that are referring. Basically, if you refer a lot of people essentially underneath your team and downlines, so kind of that multi-level marketing, but without the pyramid scheme aspect, you get a portion of those rakebacks. So the more people that join underneath your team and the more people that join underneath them, if they're losing, you still get a portion of those losses. So you're incentivized to refer people. And by doing so, you also get different payout rewards. So there are different tiers, bronze, silver, and gold levels. And as you move up, you unlock higher rakeback rewards and reloads. The reloads are a benefit you get for redepositing into your play balance. So the launch page will be coming next week, and you can basically be able to see a demo of the game. You'll be able to get your referral code generated and be able to show people what it looks like essentially. Animal Farm Fiat ramp is working and will be tied into the Animal Farm website soon. Benefits of the Fiat on ramp, you can use, we already talked about that, so not going to cover that. All the games will eventually have its own domain website, but still profit share with the Animal Farm Pigpen and dog stakers. So as of right now, you're going to see it listed up here under games, but eventually it could be its own URL. So it could be like games.animalfarm.app or whatever that is. And then that way people can actually get to it separately by itself, and you can promote that by itself. So that is, again, targeting a different audience. And that's exactly where this ties into when I said I wanted to cover who they are targeting. So this does indeed have the potential to inject a lot of capital into the system. Now, I personally do not play a lot of these online games. Actually, I don't play any, and I don't follow any of the content creators. I did do like a quick YouTube search and then try to do a Google search to find out about the data on this. And there are a lot of Twitch streamers and YouTube streamers. They get a lot of views. And I do know that this was a method utilized in the early meme token days of crypto as well, to utilize those same streamers to get a lot of people to ape into tokens. So there is a community that is 100% invested in the degen gambling space and in these types of games. So this is the double-edged sword of this. So Forex is 100% targeting a completely new audience to bring revenue into the Animal Farm. However, that means for the people that are in, it's not as beneficial for you. And what I mean by that is that the focus is to generate and put that marketing dollars into new streamers, and they will bring in the revenue. And from that, then of course, our assets pump. But this isn't necessarily an app for the existing users. Yes, 100% you can play, and 100% if you are a degen and a gambler and you're going to onboard a lot of people, you can benefit. But this is specifically really targeted towards those Twitch streamers, YouTube gamers that have millions of subscribers and viewers. And he even mentioned in this audio clip that these other companies like Stake and Roobet pay out millions of dollars a month to these guys due to what they're able to bring in. So Forex and his team already mentioned that they will be focusing the marketing on those people. So that's what I'm saying. And I mentioned this before, where Forex's attention is at, and also where this game is actually targeted. 100% anyone in the space can play it, but it's targeting towards those people. So he's looking to onboard an entirely different demographic of crypto. Instead of the crypto savvy investor, he's looking for the gambling degen tradfi gambler onboarding side. And that will indeed benefit the ecosystem, but it's just going to be a matter of how aggressive they do it, how easily they can tap into that, what their marketing will be, what the incentives will look like. So this will be interesting to see. I am curious to see how it plays out and how the assets fare once this actually is launched. We'll have a very clear litmus test to see where the engagement is at and what assets are pumping and what the focus is on the ecosystem, because this is still a bear market, but there's still a lot of capital out there on the sidelines specifically for these types of things. And speaking of capital, we have seen no injections into the pig pen. So I mentioned this to you guys before multiple times on my channel. So hopefully you guys are starting to see that the data drives decisions and that you can't argue logic. I put back a while ago that we would see a 10-cent pig price before we would see 50 cents. And here we are at 5 cents, 5 cents per pig dividends. Because again, rewards are generated from the sale of dogs, and dogs aren't really generating that much in sales and revenue, and from people getting in and out of the farms right now. And the TVL on the farm is at, I think, an all-time low from what it's ever been at. So I think we got down to like 65. So it's actually not an all-time low. But the point I'm getting at is that there's no revenue coming in. Hence why Forex is focused on getting some revenue in here, right? So he still has the capital, of course, that he could be injecting, but he hasn't injected it in the last couple of weeks. I think we've gone 3 weeks now without any injections. And because of that, all you're seeing is the pig pen dividends drying up because more people are adding to the pig pen and less money is flowing in. On a weekly basis, we're looking at less than $7,000 in rewards, and you have an outflow of 15 to 20,000 due to what's got to be paid out, right? So that's what I was telling you guys about this a month ago. People are like, it's fun. Yeah, you people just don't like facts. So this is not going to change right now until he decides to inject some of that dry powder, which he does have a lot. I showed you the wallet that's available. That's fine. But that will eventually dry up no matter what. And the only solution is things like this, right? Hence why, again, his focus 100% is on these assets. He's sitting with the highest, not the highest, but, the most pigpen dividends combined from anyone else. So if this is drying up, Forex isn't making nearly as much money as he once was at these prices. So he has to find a way to bring capital back into the pig pen to make the dividends more attractive, which is also where the marketing dollars come in. So that is why we haven't seen any updates on the drip ecosystem, because he needs people to start utilizing the animal farm. So he's built a robust ecosystem. So like the farm and the dividends and the way the rewards are paid, it's great, but the eyeballs are not there. The capital is not flowing in organically. Hence the aggressive marketing push. So that's why I said I cannot deny what he's doing. You look at the marketing and all that stuff, it is a notch well above what we're used to seeing from Forex. Now it's yet to be seen how this will play out and affect this. But if they do it right and they get those proper audiences and the influencers, then we could see a substantial increase in the TVL here due to people having dogs and maybe dog mode and staking it or whatever the case may be, or the trickle effect coming over from the Pigs Plinko. But yeah, you can see where the focus has to be because he's not generating any income dividends. Well, not as much as he once was. So hopefully that clarifies and clears that up for you guys. So this is not very attractive for degens to just continue staking. Just look at the numbers. If you had basically 100 pigs right now, you would only be getting $5.50 a day off of 100 pigs. And those 100 pigs cost you around $6,000 or so. So that's not that attractive for a lot of people. But it does have the potential, like I said, to be much more attractive if we get a lot more TVL in here. So the games and the single asset lending could be that catalyst that we're waiting to see. Hence why drip will sit on the sidelines. And I'll cover drip specifically in another video because there is some cool stuff on the horizon for that. But just want to give you guys my thoughts on this. Again, I do support it. I do understand the need for it. And I do acknowledge the hard work and the improvement in everything that we're seeing in this. This is heads and tails above what we saw before. I'm still unhappy with the drip progress, but I cannot sit here and not say that this is a step in the right direction and the entire UI and experience is really something to be impressed with and satisfied with. And if this can spill over into drip whenever the focus goes there, then oh my God, because there is plans to have drip games and things of that nature. So I am perfectly happy with him doing the beta testing on Animal Farm so that when the focus goes back to drip, he can take everything he's learned and apply it back to drip. I'm just not happy with how long it has to take. But that is the nature of the game. Hence why instead of sitting on the sidelines crying about it, I've decided to implement my own solutions. And that will be in other videos. But those of you that have been following, you already know. All right. So hope that provides some value. If it did, you know the drill. Smash that HBO special. Help a brother out. Like, subscribe, comment down below. And until next time, live daily and achieve your impossible. See ya. Want to pay your in real life bills with crypto? How about send crypto directly to anyone with a bank account?
Spritz Finance is a decentralized solution to be your own bank and connect your crypto earnings to real-world bills and payments. They do not take custody of your assets and allow support on multiple blockchains and Web3 wallets. Sign up below using my referral link and you will get $50 back when you make your first $50 bill payment with crypto. Additionally, I will be using referral bonuses to airdrop, donate, or burn based on community feedback. Sign up now.